Thank you. Please have a seat. Your name again is?
Lamont Johnson.
Can you please spell that?
LamontJohnson.
Thank you.
Mr. Johnson, if you could pull yourself closer to the microphone or pull the microphone closer to you. And can you tell us how old you are?
43 years old.
Where did you grow up?
In Brooklyn, New York.
Whereabouts in Brooklyn, New York?
Lafayette Gardens.
You don't have to bend over every time you talk. You can move an inch or two closer. If you want to sit back and relax, we'll hear you sufficiently with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Where is Lafayette Gardens?
It's in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn.
I'm going to show you within Lafayette Gardens. What apartment did you live in?
I lived in 2 apartments in Lafayette Gardens.
What was the first?
The first apartment was 470 DeKalb, apartment 5F.
And the second?
433 Lafayette, apartment 6F.
When did you move to 433 apartment 6F?
Around 1986.
How long did you live there?
1986 to 2001.
I'm going to show you what's in evidence, and you can see it on your screen there to the right, as Government Exhibit 101. If you use your finger, you can press on the screen and tell us, where is 433 Lafayette? I can zoom in if it's hard to. Okay, you've indicated. And 4070, where you first lived before 1986? All right, do you have a nickname?
Yes, I do.
What's your nickname?
Sambo.
Where does that come from?
It comes from my middle name. My middle name is Sam, and it also comes from the movie Rambo.
Growing up in Lafayette Gardens, who did you live with?
My mother, father, sisters, and brothers.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many kids do you have?
5.
What's their age range?
My youngest is 15. My oldest is 23.
Where did you sleep last night, Mr. Johnson?
In prison. In jail.
How long have you been in jail?
9 years, 9 months.
So is that since 2005?
Yes.
What are you in jail for?
I'm in jail for racketeering, distribution of crack cocaine, distribution of heroin, distribution of marijuana, and for murder.
Okay, and I'm going to start with racketeering. What does racketeering mean to you?
It means that I got together with others, that I sold narcotics, and that I was organized with them to do other things.
And you said you were convicted of murder? Whose murder did you get convicted of?
I was convicted of killing Stephen Brewer.
Did you do that alone or with other people?
I did it with other people.
Who were those people?
Me, myself, Boo, Wayno, Ron K., and Fruitquan Bell.
What year did that happen?
1992.
All right. Now, you said that racketeering means you committed these crimes with other people. Did you commit them with a group?
Yes, I did.
And what was the name of that group?
Cash Money Brothers.
Did you call the group by any other name?
Yes.
So what was that?
CMB.
How long did you consider yourself a member of the CMB?
About 10, 12 years.
Beginning in what year?
1991.
Where did the CMB primarily operate?
In Bedford-Stuyvesant, mostly in Lafayette Gardens.
Was there a leader of the Cash Money Brothers?
Yes, there was.
Who was that?
Damion Hardy.
Does he have a nickname?
Yes.
So what's his nickname?
World.
Do you see World today in court?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us what he's wearing? An article of clothing he's wearing?
He's wearing a plaid shirt.
Your Honor, he has identified Mr. Hardy.
All right, the record will reflect that.
Thank you very much. Do you see anybody else in court who is a member of the Cash Money Brothers?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
eBay.
And what's eBay wearing today?
He's got a sky blue shirt.
All right. Indicating the defendant, Your Honor.
The record will so reflect the defendant has been identified.
Do you know eBay's real name?
No, I don't.
You don't know eBay's real name?
I think it's Eric Moore.
Thank you, Your Honor. More or less how many people were in the Cash Money Brothers?
I want to say about 20.
And did that change?
25.
Did that change or did that stay the same over time?
It changed.
Where did the name Cash Money Brothers come from?
It came from the movie New Jack City.
Who made that name up?
We got it from the movie.
All right. When did you begin calling yourselves the Cash Money Brothers?
The end of 91. The end of 1991.
Was there any connection between your group and what the movie New Jack City portrayed?
Yes.
What were some of the similarities?
Some of the similarities were we sold crack cocaine and we used vials. We used crack vials.
You're saying vial. What's a crack vial?
A crack vial is like a little plastic bottle with a top on it.
How big is a crack vial that you sold?
Maybe the size of like a fingernail.
How did somebody become a member of the CMB?
You became a member of CMB by, you showed dedication, you sold crack, you hung out with each other, you showed hunger, like you wanted to be a part of it.
And was there anyone who could be a member of CMB without the approval of its leader world?
Now, you couldn't.
Did you all wear any kind of jewelry to signify your membership in the group?
Yes, we did.
What did you wear?
We wore diamond earrings, 2 earrings in the left ear.
Did World have any brothers or sisters that were in CMB?
Just one.
Who was that?
Myron Hardy.
Does he have a nickname?
Yes.
What's his nickname?
Wise.
If I may approach, Your Honor.
You may.
I'm going to show you now, Mr. Johnson. Government Exhibit 23. Who is that?
That's Myron Hardy.
That's Wise. Was Wise older or younger than World?
He was older.
By how much?
A few years.
Were you closer in age to World or closer in age to Wise?
I was closer in age to Wise.
And what about in relationship? Were you closer with World or closer to Wise?
I was closer to Wise.
And in CMB, what was the relationship between World and Wise?
They were brothers. They were partners. They were close.
And in terms of being partners, were they on the same level?
Yes.
Was there a difference in the leadership that made one of them more of a leader at certain times and the other one more of a leader at certain times?
No.
Okay. If one of them was incarcerated, for example, what sort of position would that give to the other?
If one was incarcerated, the position of the other one was he was the boss. He was the leader. He was the controller. He controlled everything.
All right. Was everybody in the group the same age, around the same age?
No.
Was there a divide in age between the people in the group?
Yes, there was.
And what was that?
We had older members and younger members.
And in terms of relationships to World or Wise, was there also a sort of divide?
Yes.
So what was that?
The older members roughly hung out with Wise, and the younger members were with World.
Okay, now you told us that World was the leader of the group. Did other members have different roles?
Oh, yes.
What were some of those roles people played in the group? Why don't you first tell us what eBay's role was?
eBay? eBay's role was that, he was a worker. He was someone who held it down, someone who was a lieutenant. He was like an enforcer.
Okay, so let's just define those for the jury. You say he was a worker. What does that mean?
A worker was someone who sold crack cocaine and someone who sold it for a fee. Someone who sold it for the organization.
And you said a lieutenant. What is a lieutenant?
A lieutenant was someone who They gave out bombs, they collected money, they picked up money, they handed out crack, they looked out for people.
Now you told us what is a vial. What is a bomb?
A bomb is it was several vials that was in, like, a baggie. I would have to say it was several cracks inside one bag.
All right, and how many vials of crack is typically inside of one bomb?
I would say about 30.
How much would that cost? Typically,
We sold 3 vials, so times it by 30, it would be like $99.
all right. And when you say you sold $3 vials, did you call those $3 vials by any other name?
Yes,
What was that?
we called them trays.
So you told us that a worker is someone who sells drugs and makes a fee. How do they make that fee?
Oh, they made that fee by selling a bomb.
How would the money come from that bomb?
The pay was inside the bomb.
Can you explain that to the jury, please?
We sell our bombs, and we would take our pay out of it. So if we had to give back $100, we would have $130 in each bomb, so we could have our $30. And then we would have to give back the $100 to the lieutenant.
All right. And so after the lieutenant collected that money, where would that money go?
It went to the lieutenant. The lieutenant would have to give the money to the boss.
And who would that be?
World.
Now, you said that eBay was a person that also held it down. What do you mean when you say held it down?
He stayed out there. He stayed on the strip, or he stayed on the turf. He looked out for the people that was selling for bombs, or, he protected us.
And was there anything that he used to do that?
Yes.
What that was?
A gun.
You also said that eBay was an enforcer. What's an enforcer?
Someone who you could say was called upon, to protect someone who we could depend on.
All right. So before you got the bombs and sold the vials to customers, where did the drugs come from?
Drugs came from cocaine, from buying cocaine.
Who would generally buy the cocaine?
World.
Where would World generally buy the cocaine?
He would buy it from different locations, I would say, like supermarkets or like drug trades, like places where they sell large quantities of cocaine.
In a supermarket, not in the aisle of a supermarket, I'm imagining?
No.
Okay, where?
I would say like in the back of a supermarket or outside, like in an area where they sold cocaine. And we would go over to the house and go to build it and purchase it.
Did you go sometimes with World?
No, I didn't.
Now, once World would purchase the crack, would he bring it back to Lafayette Gardens?
Yes.
What would happen once it came back to Lafayette Gardens? How would it get into the vials that you sold in LG?
We had to cook it.
How do you go about cooking crack?
You would add water and ice and baking soda, and you would put it in a kettle for what you call a whistler, and we would cook the crack.
And after it was cooked, were there people that took care of cooking it?
Oh, yes.
Were there people that took care of bagging it up after it was cooked?
Yes.
Okay, and generally, who did you sell to?
Generally, we sold to customers, people who we know, people who lived in the community, people who lived in the buildings that we lived in.
Were those people that were buying small quantities or large quantities of crack cocaine?
Small quantities, but a lot of it.
For use or for redistribution?
For use.
Okay. And on a typical day, what would you say that you would sell? How much either in money or in vials, whatever is easier for you to quantify?
I would say from the 2,700 and 1,500 daily.
Okay, now you told us about eBay's role. I want to go through some of the other names. Okay, I'm going to start with Government Exhibit 2. Can you tell me who is?
That's eBay.
Okay, that's eBay. Government Exhibit 345?
That's Diesel.
And who is Diesel?
Diesel was a member of CMB,
What was his role?
He was a lieutenant,
During what time period?
like 1991 to like 1995 to 1996.
Government exhibit number 5?
That's Boo.
What was Boo's role?
He was a boss.
When he say he was a boss, was he a boss in the same way that World or Wise was a boss?
No, he wasn't.
What was the difference?
He was under them, but he was over Dizo. He was someone who was there in the beginning, someone who started when the crew started. He was there.
Your Honor, could I ask? You're pretty close together. Just keep the voices up so the rest of us can hear.
Sure.
All right, so keep your voice up.
Government exhibit 8?
That's Traub.
What was Troob's role?
He was a lieutenant, someone who used to be a worker, someone who worked to sell to becoming a lieutenant.
Over what time period?
Like 1991 to like 1999.
Government exhibit number 9?
That's myself.
What was your role?
I was a boss. I mean, excuse me. I was a worker who became a lieutenant, and I worked from 1991 to 1999 to 2000.
We're going to go through it in more detail, but when you say you worked all that time, what period of time would you consider yourself a lieutenant?
Oh, I would say from 1999 to 2001.
Government exhibit 40?
That's Phil.
What was Phil's role?
He was the bagger, someone who bagged up the crack.
Government exhibit 6?
That's Broman, Keith.
How would you spell broman?
You would say Broman.
Okay, and Keith, you said?
Yes.
Can you spell that for me, please?
Broman.
Okay.
And Keith, do you know his real name?
Yes.
What's his name?
I only know his first name is Keith.
And his role?
He was a worker who became a lieutenant, someone who held it down.
Government exhibit 14?
That's DJ.
What's DJ's role?
DJ was a worker and someone who was a bagger.
Government exhibit 10?
That's Jimbo.
What was Jimbo's role?
He was a lieutenant, someone who... He dropped bombs. He collected money. He was someone who was always there with us.
When you say us, who are you talking about?
The guys who were the workers.
24?
That's Hastings, Stack.
What was Stack's role?
Stack was a lieutenant, an enforcer, someone who... You called on him when you needed help. He was someone who there was for us. He was there in the beginning, too.
Where is he now?
He's dead.
Government exhibit 7?
That's Popsy.
What was Popsy's role?
He was a worker who became a lieutenant, who was someone who was there in the beginning.
56?
That's Porto.
And who is Porto? What was his role?
He was an enforcer.
Do you know his real name?
No, I don't.
41?
That's Miss Bunny.
Who is Miss Bunny?
She was someone who was a worker, someone who allowed us to bag up crack in her home.
Was she a drug user?
Yes, she was.
Government exhibit 39?
That's Plum.
Who is Plum?
She was a worker. She was someone who she used to work with us.
Selling drugs?
Yes, she did.
Government exhibit 12?
That's Big Gems.
And who is Big Gems?
That's, someone who... He was that of an enforcer.
Government exhibit 11?
That's Tion.
Who is Tion?
He was a worker.
42?
That's KB.
And who is KB?
He was a worker.
Did KB have any kind of relationship with anyone else in CMB?
Yes.
Who is that?
His brother.
Who is his brother?
Traub.
And in terms of Troob and KB, did they grow up living in the same place as anybody else?
Yes, they did.
Who was that?
They grew up in the same building as myself.
Did anyone else from CMB live with them?
Yes, they did.
Who was that?
Their mother, their other brothers and sisters, and eBay.
And in CMB, who lived with them?
Oh, eBay.
Okay, and Government Exhibit 4?
That's Thor.
Who was Thor?
He was a boss, an enforcer. He was someone he grew up with us.
Okay, and we don't have photographs of Mousy and Peter Rabbit on this board, but who was Mousy?
Well, Mousy was someone he dealt with us. He was a young guy. He kind of left the crew at a younger age, you know. He was there for us and there with us in the beginning, but he left and he stopped dealing with us when he was young.
And Peter Rabbit?
Oh, he was CMB. He was someone that was with us and he got killed.
You also earlier mentioned a person who was named Fruitquan Bailey. Who was he?
Oh, he was CMB, a friend of ours.
Okay. And what about a person by the name of Dontai?
He was someone who was down with us. He was cool. He was, considered a worker, considered a shooter.
Now, you told us about all of these people that were members of CMB. In terms of their membership, were they all during the same period or did some overlap because of different reasons?
I don't understand the question.
Okay, so you told us about all of these members of CMB. Were these members always the members?
Oh.
I guess let me ask it a different way. You said you were a member for 10 years or so?
Yes.
It was beginning in 1991?
Yes.
And you told us some people were there in the beginning, as you say, some people that were there later on. So, did the membership change over time?
Yes.
What can you tell us about how World led the CMB? What kind of a leader was he?
He was someone that was there. He was there for us. He taught a lot of us things. He taught a lot of us, especially the younger ones, how to do things. And he was like the overseer, like he was a controller, like he was on top.
I'm going to put the map up again. Government Exhibit 101. And you told us that in 433 eBay, KB Trouble, and you lived so far. Did anyone else in CMB live there?
Yes.
Who was that?
Popsy, Tion, and DJ, Ms. Bunny.
What floor was Miss Bunny on?
16.
Where did Boo live?
17? Nope. I believe it was 17. I might be wrong. I think it was 17.
Was that in 433 as well?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Now, where did World and Wise live in the same place early on?
Yes, they did.
Where was that?
325 Classon Avenue.
Can you tell us where that is on the map, please? All right, so you've indicated it's on Classon Avenue. And looking at this map, is there a precinct anywhere near Lafayette Gardens that you will be able to see on this map?
No, I don't see the precinct.
Where's the closest precinct located?
It would be right across the street from 325.
And what precinct is that?
Oh, the 81st precinct.
Does that precinct cover Lafayette Gardens?
Yes, it did.
Now, did you call one of the... In terms of how you all referred to the Lafayette Gardens, did you call one side of it the front and one the back?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, the back was located where I lived, and it was located behind 411 and 415, so we considered the back, 433 and 470.
And you told us before that 470 is on the top right part of this map?
Yes.
And in terms of... Did you know something called the Strip?
Yes, I did.
What was the Strip?
The Strip was considered behind 470, but in the lane of 433.
Can you point out or draw us a line of where the Strip was, more or less? In terms of selling drugs in Lafayette Gardens, was there one place that was more profitable than another?
Yes.
Where was it more profitable?
433.
Would that be inside the building or on the Strip?
No, inside the building.
What were the advantages of selling the drugs inside the building?
The advantages of selling the drugs inside the building The advantages that you have selling inside the building is, it was like you had shelter, like territory. It was like someone can always find you there.
I'm going to show you Government Exhibit 108A already in evidence. Can you tell us what that depicts?
I don't understand the question.
Do you know what is shown in 108A, what that's a picture of?
Yes,
What is it?
that's the strip.
What about 108D?
That's the strip, considering that it's the back of the parking lot and the front of 433.
So the building we're looking at in this photo is 433?
Yes, it is.
How far did you go in school?
Until 11th grade.
And what happened in the 11th grade that caused you to stop going to school?
Oh, I stopped going to school in 11th grade because I had an altercation with a few other people that stopped me from going to school.
What kind of altercation?
A friend of mine's was beaten and robbed, so I left school and got a gun and I shot into a crowd.
How many people were in the crowd?
About 7 or 8.
Why did you shoot into that crowd?
I was frustrated. I was angry. My girlfriend, like I said, she was a friend of mine. She was jumped and beaten and she was robbed.
Were the people that you suspected of doing that in that group?
Yes, they was.
Do you know after you shot into the crowd that anybody got hit?
Yes, I do.
Who got hit?
A girl and a guy.
Did they survive?
Yes, they did.
Is that the first crime you ever committed?
No, it wasn't.
Can you tell us about some of the first crimes you committed?
First crime I committed. I think I was joyriding in a stolen car with a gun inside it.
How old were you?
15.
Did you get arrested for that?
Yes, I did.
Did you get arrested, by the way, for the shooting into a crowd at the school?
No, I didn't.
What about other crimes that you committed before that?
I committed robberies because that's what I was, a robber.
And when you say robberies, what kind of robberies are we talking about?
Robberies, like without a weapon, robberies with a weapon. Committed robberies in Midtown Manhattan. It was called like strong-arm robberies, like digging pockets.
Digging pockets meaning going into pockets and taking what you want out of it?
Yes.
Who did you do that with early on?
I did that with numerous people.
Were any of them ultimately in CMB?
Yes.
Who was that?
Wise.
How about anybody else in 433 that you used to pick pockets with?
Oh, yes.
Who was that?
Me, Mikey, Hedo, and Peanut.
And who is Peanut?
Peanut was a friend of mine.
Do you know his real name?
Yes.
What's his real name?
Henry Davis.
And you said he grew up in 433?
Yes, he did.
What floor did he grow up in compared to where you lived?
He lived right under me.
You told us also about robberies with a weapon?
Yes.
How did you use a weapon at the robberies?
I used to pull out the weapon and announce that it was a robbery. You know, a stick-up. And I used to pickpocket.
How old were you when you were doing the robberies we're talking about?
16 or 17.
Did you ever shoot or hurt anybody during the robberies?
No, I didn't.
How about stealing? Did you ever steal?
Yes, I did.
What kind of stealing?
I stole clothes.
So you've told us about guns that you used when you were 15, 16, 17. How many guns would you say that you had during that time?
I think 3 and 4.
Where were you getting them?
You know, off the street in different older guys, or, you know, people that use drugs I bought them from.
And this is all before CMB was formed?
Yes, it was.
Before CMB was formed, did you also sell drugs?
Yes, I did.
What years are we talking about?
1987, 1988.
Where did you sell them?
In Bed-Stuy, around the corner from LG.
Was there a place that you called it?
Yes, there was.
What was it called?
It was called LG Game Room.
What was the LG game room?
It was an arcade. Most of the younger guys played video games in there. We hung out in and out of there. and we sold narcotics in there.
Around the time that you were selling drugs in the game room, were you able to see what was happening in Lafayette Gardens in terms of drug dealing?
Oh, yes, I was.
What was happening?
You know, the older guys were selling in and out of the projects. So, they were controlling the area. We were younger. We couldn't just sell drugs there. We were young, and we didn't have a say in the territory.
Who were the people that were controlling at that time?
Oh, it was the Hamiltons. They were in charge.
Who were some of the Hamiltons?
You had Ulysses, you had JR, you had Ponch, you had Butch, you had different people.
And where are they from? Where did they grow up?
Same building as me.
Did you know people to have worked for them as well, just like the CMB had back then?
Oh, yes. They had workers.
Did you know a person by the name of Supreme?
Oh, yes, I did.
Who was that?
He was an older guy. Very kind of like, he was close to them. He showed guidance in the hood, guidance amongst a lot of the younger guys. He was like their worker, or their lieutenant, or their buddy.
Were you ever able to sell drugs in Lafayette Gardens while the Hamiltons were in control?
Yes, I was.
How did that happen?
I went from selling drugs in LG game room to going out of town, meaning I left out of state. And when that took place, I came back in town and I was able to sell drugs in 433 because I was from that building. I was young, but I was wild, and I was known in the community. So I was able to basically sell drugs in the building.
Okay, I am going to... Before you went out of town, when you say go out of town, what does that mean?
I went to New London, Connecticut.
Before that, did you have any problems with anybody in and around Lafayette Gardens?
No.
Did you know a person by the name of Forever?
Yes, I do.
What happened with Forever, if anything?
Forever. Him and his friend. They had stuck up a friend of mine's once or twice.
Did you do anything to retaliate for that?
Yes, I did.
What did you do?
Me and Wise shot at them.
What year more or less did that happen?
1989.
All right. Now, when you say you went to New London, Connecticut, why would you go to New London, Connecticut?
I went to New London, Connecticut to get away from New York to make more money for the currency of selling crack cocaine.
Was there any other reason?
Yes.
What was that?
I was on the run for the robberies.
When you say that you were on the run, what does that mean?
I chose not to go back to court for sentencing.
So you had been arrested?
Yes, I was.
How many robberies were you arrested for by the time you went out of town to New London?
2 or 3.
How many do you think you committed around that time?
About 30 or 40.
Who did you go to New London, Connecticut with?
I went to New London, Connecticut with Wise, Mikey, and Hedo.
Now, you talked about Hedo. Is Hedo related to anybody who is in CMB, if you know?
No, he's not. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Who is that?
He's related to Thor.
Thor?
Yes.
When you were out of town in New London, where did you get drugs to sell? Well, first of all, did you sell drugs?
Yes, I did.
Where did you get the drugs to sell?
I got them from Myron Hardy, my boss.
Did you stay out there or did you come back and forth to Lafayette Gardens?
I came back and forth.
Did there come a time that you were ultimately caught by the police for your robberies?
Yes, I was.
When did that happen?
March 5th, 1989.
In March 5th, 1989, when you were arrested? Where were you?
I was in 433 Lafayette in my mom's house.
And the police came to the house?
Yes, they did.
After that, did you go to jail?
Yes, I did.
How long did you serve?
2 to 6 years at the state correctional facility.
So 2 is the minimum and 6 is the maximum?
Yes.
Did you serve all 6?
No, I didn't.
How many did you serve? How many years?
2.
When did you get out?
18 months into the 2-year program, I was sent to a halfway house.
So that's around 1990?
Yes, it was.
And when you got out into the halfway house, how old were you?
19.
Did you hang out with anybody at that time that was ultimately in CMB?
Yes, I did.
Who?
Damion Hardy.
World?
Yes, I did.
At this point, how old was World?
He might have been 15, 16.
Did you speak to him about any plans he had for the future?
Yes.
What kind of plans did he have?
The plans of, getting older, getting large, blowing up.
What does that mean?
That means being successful in the drug trade, being, a drug lord, a kingpin.
Did you have plans around that time?
Yes, I did.
What were your plans?
To try to get to school, go to work with my dad.
Did you work with your dad for a little while?
Yes, I did.
Did you change your plan?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
I stopped going to work with my dad, which I was doing as a parking attendant, and I started going into Annapolis, Maryland.
Why did you go to Annapolis, Maryland?
I went to Annapolis, Maryland to sell crack cocaine.
To sell crack cocaine?
Yes, I did.
All right. So who did you go out of town with to Annapolis, Maryland at that point?
With Peanut.
I'm wondering if the government will pick a convenient time for a break this morning.
If you want a break, if you think it's a convenient time, it's about the time we take our morning break.
That's fine with me.
All right, we'll take 15 minutes. Don't talk about the case. All rise. All right, Ms. Paul, continue with your direct examination.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Johnson, when we left off, we were speaking about who you went out of town with to Maryland, and you said it was Peanut. I'm showing you what's in evidence as Government Exhibit 17. Do you recognize that person?
Yes.
Who is that?
That's Peanut.
And you told us a little bit about Peanut already, but can you tell us what kind of relationship you had with him at that point when you went out of town with him?
Yeah, we were cool. He considered me a brother, He always looked after me. I looked after him. We looked out for each other. He knew I was working with my dad. He knew I was in need of money, He was like, yo, let's go get this paper. So he took me out of town with him.
Paper meaning money?
Yes.
So when you went out there to sell drugs with Peanut, how much drugs were you selling, more or less, on a daily basis?
About 2,000, 2,000 to 3,000 a day.
So that's more than you can make in Lafayette Gardens?
Yes, it was.
And in your experience selling drugs out of town versus in Lafayette Gardens, why is that?
It's because when you go out of town, you make more. It's the money. The work for the quantity is more. And that's what we made. We made more money.
So you told us that you got out in 1990 on work release and you started working with your father. After you went out of town, were you on parole at that time?
Yes, I was.
Did you have conditions of parole that you were supposed to abide by?
Yes, I did.
What were some of those conditions?
I had a curfew. I was supposed to stay in New York. I was supposed to work or go to school.
Did you abide by those conditions?
No, I didn't.
In terms of having a job, did there come a time where you lied to your parole officer about your employment?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
I told my parole officer that I was still working 4 days a week.
Did you provide her with any proof of that?
No, I didn't. Oh, excuse me. I didn't understand that. Say that again.
Did you provide your parole officer with proof of your employment around that time?
Oh, yes, I did.
What happened?
I was giving my parole officer stubs.
Were you working?
Yes, I was.
Did there come a point that you were not and you continued to do that?
Yes. I stopped working. I started to go to Maryland, and I continued to give my parole officer the stubs.
Now, you made money, I imagine, working that time, legitimately working. Did you make money?
I don't understand the question.
When you were legitimately working for your father, did you make money?
Yes, I did.
Did you pay taxes on that money?
Yes, I did.
How long did you end up staying out in Maryland with Peanut?
I would say from, 8 to 10 months.
Why did you come back?
Oh, I came back because there was kind of hot down there, the police was on to us. And, I know I was on parole. I knew I just came home from jail, and I didn't want to go back.
Hot? Meaning there was police?
Yes, there was.
When you returned back from Maryland, did you go back to Lafayette Gardens?
Yes, I did.
Was Wise there still?
No, he wasn't.
Where was Wise?
He was in jail.
What about World? Where was World?
He was out there.
What did you mean by that?
He was on.
Okay. And do you know anything about what he was doing around that time?
Yes.
What year are we in?
1991.
What was he doing?
He was selling crack.
Did you speak with Wise about World's drug business around that time?
Yes, I did.
What did you talk about?
We spoke about, with my working my dad, what was going on in the community, was I going back at Maryland, and what was happening outside on the strip, in the building, in the projects. And I told him, everybody is all right. We out there, we getting money.
Did you speak with him about World?
Yes, I did.
What did he say and what did you say?
Oh, he told me. He asked me, could I stay in New York with his brother? Could I hold his brother down?
What did you understand that to mean?
Could I get down with his brother?
Meaning selling drugs?
Yes.
Okay. And did you speak with World about that?
Yes.
First, did you agree first of all to do that after Wise asked you to hold World down? Did you agree to do so?
Yes. I agreed with Wise.
Did you talk to World about that?
Yes, I did.
What did you talk about?
I spoke to him and basically let him know I spoke to his brother, and we're going to hustle with him. If you want to get this money, we can get this money.
At this time in 1991, you had told us that the Hamiltons were selling drugs in Lafayette Gardens. Was that still continuing or was it different?
It was still.
Did there come a point where that changed?
Yes, it did.
You told us earlier about your relationship with the Hamiltons and with 433 and selling in the building. What was that again?
It was really no relationship. It was just, I grew up under them. I was a younger guy. I was from the building, and they, just watched me grow up.
So did you have any particular ability to sell in places that other people did not? As a result of that?
Yes, I did.
What was that?
I was able to sell in the building at times.
Is that inside of 433?
Yes, it was.
So, was that beneficial to the CMB, your ability to do that?
Yes, it was.
Why?
Because we were not allowed to sell in 433, as far as CMB wasn't. We weren't allowed to sell it in the back, and I was from the back. I was from 433.
All right, and so when you say you are not allowed, who is it makes you not allowing you to do so?
The older guys. At that time we were young. We're really like teenagers still, and, we're basically kids to the grown men.
All right. So at the time that you started to work with the World in around 1991, what was his business like?
It was slow. It was small. It was very few participants, but it was a few.
Did that change?
Yes, it did.
How did it change?
It grew in time with people. It got bigger.
You told us about the workers and you've named some of them that we see on the board. Did they work in shifts?
Yes, we did.
What was the shift?
You had from 8 to 4. you got from 4 to 12, and you had the graveyard shift, which was 12 to 8.
Which shift did you work?
I worked 8 to 4.
What shift did eBay work?
He worked the graveyard shift.
When you were working and selling drugs on the strip or in the back, as you say, where would you keep the stash of drugs that you were trying to sell to customers?
We kept them in different places.
Where were some of the places?
Garbage cans, the janitor's room, the bushes. We had them outside.
And you told us about Miss Bunny's house. Did you have other houses that you all operated out of?
Yes, we did.
What were some of those houses?
We had...
When I say house, is that an apartment within a building?
Yes, an apartment.
Who else had an apartment?
We had Ms. Sissy's house, which was 17. That was Popsy's crib.
When you say Miss Sissy, was she related to Popsy?
Yes.
Remind us who Popsy was.
Popsy is a CMB member.
Who else?
We had Boo. We had Boo's house. We had my own house. We had Trub's house. And we had an apartment on the 10th floor.
How did you get the apartment on the 10th floor?
We paid the rent for a man that was addicted to drugs, and that's how we got that apartment.
All right, and when you say we, who is we?
CMB.
How would rent be paid from the CMB?
We paid it in cash.
How much more or less was the rent at that point?
It might have been 100, it might have been 300.
How much were you all making?
We was making about $700 or $800 a day.
Is that per worker or the whole thing?
That was the whole thing.
Did that change too?
Yes, it did.
How did that change?
We started making more.
Around that time, did you, in the early 90s when you were working the CMB, did you have phones?
Very few.
What kind of phones did you have?
Motorola's. It was like blow-up phones.
What does that mean?
A phone that we bought illegally, but it was a cell phone. And, it came with a number, and all you had to do was charge it.
And how long did those tend to last?
About 30 days.
After that, you get a new one?
Yes.
You told us earlier that Stack Hastings was murdered at some point, had been killed?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Hastings.
Okay.
When did that happen?
2005?
Was there a time before that he was shot?
Yes. Oh, yes, it was.
When was that?
Mother's Day, 1992.
What happened? Were you there?
I wasn't there when he got shot.
Were you nearby?
Yes, I was.
Tell us what happened, what you saw.
I was in the parking lot, and I was in the car, and I was smoking marijuana, and I heard the shots.
Who were you with?
I was with Damion Hardy.
What kind of car were you in?
A Cura Legend.
And did there come a point where you saw something happen?
Yes.
What happened?
I saw a confrontation between Stack and Terry and Jeff. Stack got shot.
And who was Terry and Jeff?
Oh, they were workers.
Who do they work for?
The Hamiltons.
Did World have any sort of reaction to the shooting of Stack?
Yes.
What was his reaction?
He was upset.
And at this point, you told us that CMB started in 1991. So at this point, you were already calling yourselves CMB.
Yes, we were.
So did CMB react to the shooting of one of its members?
We retaliated.
How did you do that?
Jeff got shot.
Do you know who shot Jeff ultimately?
No, I don't.
Was it a CMB member?
Yes, it was.
Did you also ever learn of a time where something happened with Boo and Ulysses Hamilton?
Yes.
What happened?
Boo confronted us, telling us that he was smacked. And he told us that he cut himself in the building. He was told that because he was knifed in the face.
By who?
By Ulysses.
So around this time, did World's attitude change about his interactions with the Hamiltons?
Yes, it did.
What changed?
He just used to get upset. He was tired. He was at the point where he was like, we gotta do something about this.
What did you all do, if anything?
We didn't do anything. We waited it out. We went with the concept if it didn't make $1, it didn't make sense. So we were a little patient with them, and we know that we were so much younger than them. We respected them with an aspect. But we was more intimidated, but we was also growing, and we was coming up. And so we was looking at it like, why don't they respect us?